The Joseph Cycle Assignment Module 4. In the land of Canaan, I, Joseph, son of Jacob, one consecrated by God and my father amongst the 12 siblings, found my life marked by dreams and a multi-color coat. Yet envy brewed among my brothers, leading to a betrayal. I was 17 years old when I was sold into slavery in Egypt. I became the object of my brothers' envy and animosity. My consecration included being responsible to preserve the history of our family line and God's ways as a promise made to Abraham by God, and this made my brothers envious and dangerous emotions to be activated by my father Jacob's display of his love for me more than the other siblings. There are three reasons that indicated the envy. First is that my father made me a special coat which became a sustained reminder that I was the selected one. My brothers hated me to an extent that they would not even talk to me. My gossip on my brothers with my father also agitated sourness towards me. I aggravated the situation by relating two dreams to my brothers that made them hate me all the more. The meaning of the two dreams I related, which were the 11 grain sheaves which bowed to one which was mine, and 11 which were theirs, and the other dream of the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars infuriated them. My father also questioned the second dream. My father and brothers suspected that I made up the dreams, as they were not represented in the text as being a revelation from God. And later I realized the fullness of the dreams to be related with the famine that was to face the land in its entirety. When Pharaoh made me the highest official to carry through the administration of his dream, I became the casualty of my brother's animosity. I was sent to see about the well-being of my brothers, while on the other hand, they were planning to murder me so that they would not listen to dreams anymore. One of my brothers, Reuben, stood against the shedding of my blood and suggested that they throw me into the pit. Reuben's idea saved my life, which I believe was God's plan. I was subsequently stripped off my coat, the colorful one, and thrown into the pit. I cried hysterically for help in the black hole, and my insensible brothers were just sitting and eating their food. They didn't care. I was sold to the Midianites merchants who were making their way towards Egypt, who were called Ishmaelites. My other brother, Judah, like Reuben, also stood against murdering me and suggested selling me to for profit, selling me for profit. I was then sold for 20 pieces of silver. The Midianites further sold me to Pharaoh's official man called Potiphar. My life was eventually saved by this transaction of being sold to Potiphar. And I was placed in a strategic position in Egypt. Jesus had all the right answers as to why he could not succumb to the devil's temptation. In the same breath, I could not succumb to Potiphar's wife's temptation of her wanting to sleep with me, which was to betray the trust of my master. And secondly, it was to commit a sin against God. The Lord was with me and blessed me. Once again, from being a nonentity or a prisoner with no rights, I rose to the top of leadership, where I was trusted by the prison authorities to decide to make me the chief administrator of the jail. It is in this that I witnessed firsthand the work of God in my life. The beloved son, overseer in Potiphar's house, and now a prison administrator. The attributes of fulfilling the dreams were being ushered in me. Two of Pharaoh's personal staff officers were in jail at the same time as me. The two of them had dreams that I had to interpret after they related them to me. I correctly interpreted the two dreams, and this later prompted the cupbearer to recommend me, to recommend my name to Pharaoh to interpret his dreams. The correct interpretation of Pharaoh's dreams and the advice I gave as to what is to be done to save the nation and to avert the famine led to my unexpected promotion to a position of a prime minister, the second in after Pharaoh. I saw 10 of my brothers arriving in Egypt as a result of that. They were sent by my father, Jacob, to come and buy grain for the family. I could not see Benjamin amongst them because I was told he stayed home with my father. I instantly recognized them in the spectators, but they did not acknowledge me. My aim was to, 1, extract information about my father and brother. 2, find out whether my brothers have changed during the past 2 decades when we have been apart. I charged them with, number 1, espionage, 2, challenging their trustworthiness, 3, jailing them for 3 days, number 4, demanding that they bring the younger brother to Egypt, and number 5, I insisted that one brother be left in Egypt as a collateral, that the others would return with Benjamin. My brothers passed all the tests that I put them under, which, gave the assurance that they were changed people. I could trust them. Subsequently, I opened up and became comfortable with that situation to reveal my identity, to become to them, and embarked on a joyous reconciliation with them. It is in this that the fullness of my dreams and purpose became evident. To preserve the chosen nation of the Israelites through the land of Egypt, because Egypt was the only land that had all the required infrastructure to house and preserve Jacob, Israel, for the fulfillment of God's promise that was made. Amen.